loading snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Your boy Sin here, straight from the anime vault, to continue this month-long romantic anime session to celebrate Valentine's Day. But before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to everything that we do here on Lotus Next, so you can follow me and my anime videos and the rest of the crew with what they do and what we do as a whole. Yeah. So first thing, did y'all do your homework?
No.
Did y'all at home do your homework?
No.
Okay. This week we're talking about Masamune, however you say his name, I apologize if I get it wrong, Masamune-kun's Revenge. So the story is about a young boy who's, for lack of better words, ugly and fat. It is what it is. That's how the story goes. Little fat ugly dude who gets picked on, but it's this one particular nasty little bitch that really does a number on him and pretty much like emotionally scars him. He's messed up. So he moves away, years go by, and of course what happens? He grows up, he gets, the acne and stuff clears up, slims out, hits the weights, gets handsome. He's considered a pretty boy now. And he really only has one goal: to transfer to her school, get her to fall in love with him, and dump her in the most epic way possible. And that's pretty much what the story is about. So with that, just right there, do you take the time out of your busy schedule to give this one a viewing? What do y'all think?
Yeah, hell yes. That sounds amazing.
For sure.
No! Oh my gosh, I was so disappointed. Look, let's just start at the beginning here. And look, this was the one I was most anticipated with these 4 joints I selected to watch. Just like y'all, the synopsis alone pulled me in. But let's start at the beginning. The opening sequence, to me, is the best thing about the show. Like, it's not great, but catchy little tune. I can rock with it. The visuals are okay. Cool. So let's jump straight into the characters. Nobody really stood out to me. They're all just kind of like there. Usually when you watch any type of show, you at least get a favorite character or something like that. If there was one character I kind of liked, would be her little assistant, maid, secretary person, because she's kind of working both sides, you know what I'm saying, to get him to get with her and I guess kind of pay her back or help her out, whatever. Point is, none of the characters really stood out to me. After that, let's talk about the genre itself, with the drama and the love portion and all that type of stuff. It's boring. It's just really just I've seen way better. This month, I've seen way better with the past 2 I just watched. This one was just so bland, so boring. They focused too much on being silly and funny instead of being, serious. But we'll get into that a little bit later. As far as the emotional payoff, and you know what I mean by that, whether they end up together and all that kind of stuff instead of, the rigmarole, it's absolutely non-existent. Like, the whole point of the show was to get her to fall in love with him so he could dump her. You get none of that. Doesn't happen. Hate to spoil it for you. Doesn't happen. It is a very open ending, though, that leads you to believe, possibly, I guess, if it does well, they'll have a continuation of it, but it's not there. So I was really disappointed about that. Would I watch it again? No. Unless they do a follow-up to it, just because I already committed the time to it. So why not finish it if they do decide to continue it? And I think the reason overall why I did not like this is because the show focused on a lot of serious and hot button issues with like pretty privilege, body shaming, bullying, all that kind of stuff. And I felt like if they would have taken more in a serious tone instead of trying to be so silly and so funny, it would have been a lot better. But because they tried to keep it lighthearted and funny and silly, it just didn't connect. It wasn't what I expected, and it was a real letdown. I mean, like, as far as the pretty thing, it's one scene where the two guys, the main character and just another random guy, are watching girls play tennis. The ugly guy gets completely chastised. The pretty guy, of course, oh, do you want to join the team? Yada, yada, yada. He's like, I'm just sitting here watching. Why y'all ain't? Okay, whatever. No, it is how it is. I got privilege now because I'm growing up and I got pretty. But wasn't satisfied with it even in the slightest. Do me a favor, what did y'all think? Do y'all agree with me how I felt about it should have took a more serious tone than the silly tone it took? What did you think about the characters? Anybody stand out to you? Because if so, I'm not seeing it. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. Oh, and some homework for next week for the last one in this monthly series that I'm doing. Anohana, the flower that we saw that day. Let's just say it's tough to get over a friend that has passed away, especially when she's haunting you. I'm Sin, and I'm out.
Loading snacks.